Good afternoon. I'm Robert. This is my better half, Teresa. This is our first video for YouTube, so you're going to have to forgive us. I'm not real good at editing. I've done photos for years, but not any video. We're going to give you a quick rundown, um, and we'll see how it goes. If you like the video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want. We'll see if we get any interest at all, to see if you guys want to see some more content from us. Anyway, this is our journey. About 6 months ago, we bought a used cargo trailer to convert into a camper. For the longest time, we called it our Sanity. But after we just got back from a 8-day camping trip, and we just decided she's just going to be called Freedom from now on, because it does give us our freedom. All right, be right back.
It's just Robert and I. As you can see, we're happy campers, and we totally believe in take nothing but pictures and leave nothing but footprints. You always need to leave anywhere you go better than you find it. This has been a conversion that my husband has done, and we have needed this for a long time. We have had toy haulers, we've had campers, we've had tents. This is amazing what he has done. Up front, as you can see, he needs to keep the wife happy. We have a mini split, which is AC and heat, and 8 days we have camped, and it has been the most amazing adventure we have done. We have been cool, we have been warm. It was 30 degrees and we were still comfortable. He has installed it all, and you go around. We have our electric. We can do electric or battery. And as you can see, we have our spare, and it states, life is better at the campsite. This is great. We have our fire pit that we take with us. We've been doing state campgrounds, which has amazing fire pits and everything, but we're always prepared. And now for the details of it, I will give it over to Robert, because my part is the comfort area and the storage. He can give you the details of it.
Okay, so like she said, we put the spare on before our last trip. I like where it's at. We can still drop the ramp. When we drop the ramp, we lower it onto milk crates, which is usually just perfect level. Here in the yard, I'm not parked exactly level, almost level though. It's good enough for sitting on the deck and sitting by the fire pit. We did put the spare on. I used the hardware that came with it. I will be later adjusting the hardware on the inside a little bit, because it sticks up on our deck. I will be getting a flat piece of metal and some carriage bolts, so that isn't a tripping hazard on the inside. I'll show you that in a few minutes once I open it. Let's go ahead and walk back around here. So I bought the trailer used. This is the location that the guy had the 30 amp plug, so I kept it at that location. Figured it was better just to keep it there. If you're looking back, he did have a 115 plug-in at the gray one back there. That one is no longer working. I just went with the 30 amp and an adapter if we want to use 15 amp. So if you want to look down underneath here a little bit, is where we have our gray water exit. Okay, and I do have a Rhino, I think it's a 25 or a 29 gallon gray water tank that's just portable. We didn't want to have any tanks in the trailer carrying that weight around. So what we do is, I'm currently finishing working on the plumbing for hot and cold water, just through PEX and all of that, and we can use, I will have a 12 volt pump with that also, and we can use like the 7 gallon, the blue water containers if need be. But most of the time we're going to be at the state campgrounds and plugged in and have the water, so that is not an issue. If we go back around the front, so we do have a V-nose trailer. It is a very short tongue. On a lot of the boards and a lot of the videos that I watch, people are concerned about putting a mini split on a short tongue like this. I can tell you that if you got a turn sharp enough to hit this, you're already in too much trouble. I can turn very, very sharp before I get to this. With the new towing technology in the trucks, we tow with the 2020 Silverado, with the 5.3, 10-speed. I've never had anything tow as smooth as that. But with that truck, when you're in reverse, you got the backup camera on at all times. So you can see this. I can turn very sharp. Anyway, this is a Pioneer. This is a 115 volt heat pump. It's 12K and 12,000 BTU. And it heats and cools this place great. Like she had said, we got down to 28 degrees. This thing was, once we got down to below 30, it was cycling into defrost mode a lot. I did go ahead and plug in a small electric heater just to help it along. We never got below 74 inside the trailer. Okay, we walk around the front. So when I got the trailer, folks, the guy had cut this off. He was worried about someone locking him in the trailer. So we've had to do some welding. I got to go get some cold galvanization and get this sprayed, but we just got this welded back on. I ordered a new handle. We welded this back on. So if you shut and lock this, there's no way anybody can lock you in the trailer. Same goes in the back. In the back, when I get to the campsite, I lock these. Let me show you. Let me go ahead around there and show you. And this is our gray tank. And this is a cover that we made for our mini split when we're going down the road so we don't get rock chips and road damage. It's a 30-pound double LP tank that wasn't wide enough, so we split it. We put the diamond plate on there to match the front of the trailer. It works great. So again, when I get to a campsite, folks, I unlock these, I swing these out, and I lock them here. You'll see, I'll go ahead and drop the ramp. Voila, we have our patio. We have these for the inside. We put the ramp up at night. We can go inside, throw these garage locks. Everything's very tight. Nobody can open this door. But yet, if we need to make an exit, we can hit these real quick, push the ramp down, and we're gone. Okay, I'm going to turn it back over to Teresa.
As you can see, our patio is here. Robert is used to a garage, so he has made our garage that it will lead into the camper itself. But with that, with the door cables that lowered the door, we went and we picked up easily some hot water heater insulation. They are pre-split, and it protects you from anyone running into them or just having a hazard. So, and all you have to do is just slip them on. They're pre-split. And it tells you where it's at. The garage, we have our hot water heater that it's an instant hot water heater that Robert is hooking up. And it gives you a little bit of storage. We have our pop-up, we have our Bluetooth, we have our extra heater, we have everything we need as far as pest control or mosquitoes or whatever right there. Holds all the brooms, holds everything. The garage part, and yes, you can decorate it as you can see. This is an amazing little feature that we have that stores a lot of items that you don't necessarily want on the inside. I don't know where my beer is.
So anyway, folks, this is a water heater that I picked up. It's a Camp Lux Pro Series. It will be plumbed in. Like I said, I'll have the faucet, or I'll be able to go to a tank if I need to with a pump. But most of the time we'll be just plumbed into the faucet. I just got to finish the PEX, the plumbing on that, and that'll go to our sink and our shower. Like Teresa said, it's about a 14-inch garage. When we're traveling, I store the pop-up. It's a 12 by 12 pop-up that we generally put out over this patio. When we were camping last week, we've had the pop-up up. I put it above the rail up top there, the drip rail on this end. So even when it was raining, we didn't get any water in here. And I went ahead and put up tarps around the outside of that. And I used that little buddy heater in here. And it kept it at like 66 to 68 degrees in here when it was almost freezing outside. It was amazing. And it was windy. But anyway, that's how we do that. And I'll run that gray tank in here and strap that together with that pop-up for traveling. And a lot of the other little stuff for traveling goes back here. And we do have the door here and the window, which you'll see from the inside.
Robert has done pours for our countertops. Welcome. We totally stripped this down. Robert has came in.
We gotta turn the light on in here. Okay.
Robert has came in, totally stripped it down, totally insulated. And as you can see, focal point is my refrigerator. I need room, and a little refrigerator wasn't gonna work. So I have the refrigerator or the freezer that I have to keep stocked. And we have a full-size refrigerator. This is a 14 cubic inch. No.
17 and a half, I think.
It's a 17.5 cubic inch refrigerator. And when I found this, Robert already had the design for everything. And I told him, I said, well, you need to reconfigure and redesign around my refrigerator. We have a spice rack that he built. We have cabinets. And we have uppers. Here is the mini split, which is amazing. It keeps us nice and warm. We do have the convection microwave oven conversion that works amazing, and more cabinet space for storage, clothing, everything. The refrigerator is, like I said, the center point of it. He poured my countertops for me because I didn't want the normal everyday countertops. I want it unique and individual. My sink is a little different. I don't have the double sink. I have the glass bowl sink, which is wonderful. That's what I needed. We have storage above and below. He gave me my fan, so when we're cooking, we can turn that on.
Go ahead and turn it on.
Huh?
Go ahead and turn it on.
And it's very quiet compared to...
So what I did there, folks, it's a garage fan that I boxed into the cabinet there, and I exhausted right out of the hole that was already in the trailer for the air intake, which still works fine when you're going down the road to create positive pressure in here. But when we need to vent out cooking smells or anything else, that works great. and that's just wired into the 110. So real quick, I'll give you, when we walk in the front door, up here I got my power distribution. Let me open that up. So, hard to focus there. But we've got our 120 and our 12 volt there. And below that sits all of our switches with the voltmeter in there for the 12 volt. We do have each first plug in the run on both the breakers for the outlets are GFI. So with that being the first plug in line, it'll cover anything behind it. If you did have a short, it would stop it there before it got back to the power source or the breaker box. We installed these puck lights under the counters and also in the ceiling. We've got 6 in the ceiling, and then I also mounted 2 under the bed. So when the bed's up, you have 2 more that are right in line with the ones on the ceiling up front here.
I didn't.
So this is our normal spot where we usually sleep with the bed down. As you can see, we got our couch down below it, which also folds flat, and you pull that out just a little bit and you got another sleeping area down there. If we want, we can drop the back of that couch, and that bed will lower almost all the way down to the wheel wells. But we normally go ahead and sleep right there. And we do have company. We had company on our last trip. He slept down here with his head on this end, so just his lower body was underneath the bed. That is a full queen bed. We got an 8-inch memory foam mattress from Amazon. That thing is comfortable, and as you can see, a back window door, and here's how we're trimming it out. I still got a little bit of work to do on some molding and whatnot, but I left this side off so you guys can see, and you can pause the video here if you'd like. I used barn door rail for the rails going up and down, and the trolley wheels for the bed. I also used barn door rail screwed across the top, horizontal, and then I screwed my pulleys into those so that the pulley wires, when they run tight, they run right up the rail, as you can see. And then they run back. The one in the back, from the right side as we're looking at it, runs across here and then down to the winch at the floor. There is a turnbuckle in the middle behind that I can adjust to get the raising and lowering level. Okay, I'm going to go ahead, hand the camera over to Teresa, and we'll raise the bed up into the day position. She's got to move her pillows and stuff, because we do take it all the way up to the ceiling. And listen, just for the 2 of us in here, we got more than enough room. Like I said, we did have 1 guest for 2 days this last trip out, and we were still very comfortable. When you raise this bed, it gives you all of this floor space. So,
Okay. I will raise it.
the winch is just remote, so we just turn this on, okay, and we say in. So come on back here. So we just press the M button, and up goes the bed. It is noisy, so when I get towards the top, go slow. Okay, so we get it to about there. Go ahead and shut the winch off. Teresa, if you'll come and hold the camera,
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and show them the pins, how they work. So, let's go ahead and turn on the lights underneath. We have a little better. Okay. So folks, what they do they sit on these, they're just regular hitch pins that I drilled through this thing. So wherever you want it, if I was to go all the way down, I'd pull this pin out. We could go all the way down to there. So I don't go all the way up with it. I go almost. I push a little bit, put the pin in it. So my theory is I don't want weight on the cables unless it's lowering or lifting. So I don't go quite all the way up. The bed, I would guess, is maybe 130 pounds, 140. It isn't that bad. And when you're only moving one corner of it here, it isn't bad at all. And like I said, if it gets a little bit out of tilt this way, I have this turnbuckle back here so I can adjust so that it lifts evenly. So, you can travel with the bed in this position also, which we have done. I usually go ahead and lower it down just to lower the center of gravity. If you're real windy, that might help. So as you can see now, if we stand back here, we open that up and we've got all kinds of floor space. So the trailer is a 8.5 wide by 16 foot long at the box, and we got another 1.5 foot in the V nose, and it's 7 foot high on the inside. So like I said, when we open this up, now we're just totally open. We've got our door back here, we got our window that looks out back. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and step out the door and point back in, and so there we are looking in now. Bottom of the bed, we got our TV, DVD. Okay, Teresa's got her stools and she's going to pull her table up. We got a table right there. Okay, and we've got the stools that are adjustable for any height. So
we have our dining area.
So like she says, when we want to eat or we just want to sit there, play cards, whatever we want to do, we're set.
It's here.
So again, now, right back here, you can see where the guy brought in the 30 amp, which is fine because I've got all this, the DVD, and our speaker system and whatnot. So what I'm going to build a corner cabinet here that almost goes up and meets the TV at the same 45-degree angle. So this will all be enclosed with the speakers and the DVD and probably a little storage in the bottom. Okay, we still got some trim work to do. We're still working in here.
And what we did miss is the shower. That is always important.
So this is our shower. We're just finishing putting that in. So we got the rain head shower up there, and it also has the function that you can take off and use the shower head on that cord. It also does have at the bottom a spigot. I thought that was come on, focus. There we go. Thought that was a good idea. I mean, if you just want to get in here and rinse your feet, or you want to rinse the dogs off, whatnot, and it folds out of the way when you don't need it. And we just use the corrugated fiberglass or plastic for the surround. Right now we're just using the bucket, which works great for the toilet. We will probably in the future get a composting toilet, but for right now this works great. We're usually in a park that has real nice bathrooms. We'll use those, except for at night we'll use that. So
we have our outdoor window, and we have slept with this open, the door down, and you can see we've been backed up to the water, we've been backed up to the trees. It's amazing. That was more so in the summer, and then we have our window also. Well, at night when you're watching TV or whatever, we do have, this is just Velcro, just for privacy, you put it up, and it does cover the window.
We'll probably get something that matches the trailer a little bit better. That's just the first thing that
But-
we used. It does fine, just for your privacy. When you got the bed down,
You can
it's
look
right
out
at that
both
level.
windows.
I can look out both windows if I have the back open, but I can just about see the front door out of this from in the bed, which I think is a good safety thing. I've got 2 LED lights on the outside for at night on this door side of the trailer. Probably gonna put another one on the other side. I got an extra switch up there, just in case I need to light that side of the trailer. But this is the side of the trailer that you need. So I did buy, when I bought the trailer, it came with the window, the frosted glass window in the RV door. So that was great. I just redid that door and painted it. I do need to do a little work on the door and get the weather stripping right. And we just hang a magnetic screen there, and that works great in the summer or spring. I went and bought 2 more of these RV door windows is what I decided to go with, because I didn't want to cut the frame of the trailer. These barely fit. These are 15-inch windows. They barely fit in between, and I got it to fit in that one, and I didn't think I could get one to fit in the other side, which worked out okay. I didn't want a bunch of windows. So I used the other window in the back, which I think is great. When the deck is down, you're backed up camping, overlooking a lake or something. It's just beautiful. Okay, I was able to reach the light for our puck lights in the ceiling. So we've got that light. We've got this 12-volt LED, which I had on for filming. But we can shut that off and see what happens. So I also, around the bed, up in that pocket, I've got LEDs. So that gives us a glow, any color that we want. And I've also got LEDs out around the patio on the back wall that are the same way. We can turn them on, they'll dance any color you want. You guys are familiar with that. But they hide right up there behind that trim. And like I said, I'd left the trim down on that side so that I could give you guys a little better idea of how the pulley system works. I will be vinyl wrapping all of the metal, probably to like a flat black or a gray to match the trailer a little bit better. We did install hooks all through here. Again, I do have a little trim work to do. Our doors, I just used 1/4 inch Masonite. Wasn't going to get too fancy. They're light, they stay on real good. I got to finish the drawers. There are drawers in there. Wasn't finished with them, so I just tacked the door faces on for this trip. So I got to pop them off, get the drawers just exactly right, and then those will be perfectly functional then. Again, we're still working on it, but we've been out in it twice for 8 days, both times, and we've been so comfortable. So, if you guys are thinking about doing something like this, if you have any kind of talent at all, it's the way to go. Total money right now, I think I've got about $7,600 in this trailer. Give or take a couple $100. So, you can't buy one this functional and this reliable for what we've got into it. Right now I've just got a lithium 12-volt, one of the small light batteries. It's like almost the size of a motorcycle battery, powering for the bed and the lights. Later we might go solar, we might not. Something we're thinking about, but we got some other trim work to do and finish a few things out, and then we'll see where we want to go from there.
While he was talking about the inside, I went ahead and set up our deck. If you can imagine this backed up to a river or a lake or forest, it would be amazing. We are new at this, so if you'd like to see more, please like it, and we will go ahead and follow up with the rest of what we're doing. We still have a lot of little projects to do, but as far as 8 days in this with the weather and the rain, and it was amazing. So this, like I said, it can hold 4. And we have the table and everything that's here. The garage. But the entry in is amazing. And what has been done is for comfort and for enjoyment and to get away. But welcome to our freedom. Hope you like it. We will provide more videos. And on our way through this journey that we're doing, we would have little details as far as finalizations but thank you for watching, and just like if you want more. Thank you.
Okay, folks. Well, if you bared with us this long, maybe you like the content. If you do, give us a thumbs up. Maybe even subscribe. We'll see. We don't know where this is going to go. If you like the content, we'll do some more for you. Again, bear with the camera work. Bear with the microphones. We don't have any special equipment for this. We just got our photo equipment. But we'll get better at it if we need to. Again, we love our freedom. Let us know. Y'all have a great day. Bye.
Bye.
So just to finish it out, folks, like I said, bear with us. Give us a thumbs up if you like it. Hey, I'm ugly, but I do have a pretty girl in the videos. Maybe that'll get us a few thumbs up. Like I said, like my buddy in Vice Grip Garage, old Derek, you want to leave me a comment, bleep bloop it down there in the comments, and we can read them and talk about it, whatever. Tell us some content you might like to see or any questions. Just let us know. Thanks again, folks.